Today we're going to be talking about the season of singleness. Let's go. So my little journey with singleness has been beautiful, man. I can't lie. The last time I was in a relationship was probably about 3 years ago. And in that time, the amount of growth, the amount of learning, the amount of experiences that I've had has really shaped me into a better person, I believe, and my journey reading the Bible, understanding who God is, what Jesus Christ did for me has really taken me from where I used to be, where I used to live in the world, doing some crazy stuff, to getting out and really discovering, okay, maybe I don't need half of the things that I thought I did. And being single really allows you to spend that time with God, allows you to seek things that aren't of this world and to prepare yourself for the things that are gonna eventually become from God. For example, a wife. I've realized in my time of singleness that, I ain't trying to do girlfriend, boyfriend thing and long it out, because that was one of the major things, is that when you don't make sure or you don't reassure someone about what your intentions are, things get a little hazy down the line, and you don't want to be in one of them relationships where you end 3 years down, 4 years down, 5 years down, and there's no clear direction on where you guys going. When the person got that ring on their finger, bruv, you know what you're doing. And I decided, especially in the season of singleness, I know it's me preparing to be the man I'm supposed to be. The husband that I want to be when I'm with my wife. I want to make sure that she's happy and she's able to, be equally yoked with me, you know what I'm saying? And that's a major thing in the Bible, is that the partner that you end up with needs to be equally yoked in faith, equally yoked in life, equally yoked in experience. And sometimes you guys are gonna definitely go against each other's traumas, and that's a whole part that I'm figuring out right now. What are my traumas? What are the things that I need to work on to improve as a man that I can do now? Because I know it'll be a whole different story working with someone new and trying to improve our lives together. And just being in the season of singleness has been beautiful, man. I've learned a lot about myself, and I think there's so much more that I need to learn in order to get to that place where, I discover who it is that I want to be. Time is, so finite. We don't get a lot of time, but I know whilst I am here, whilst I am young, I'm gonna make the most of it, create videos, do content, and get out there, man. I wasn't even gonna think about making this video, but I decided, you know what? What's the harm in making a video talking about a season that I'm in? None. So go out there, don't worry about people right now, don't worry about relationships, don't worry about doing anything. Get good with God, get good with yourself, figure out your finances, and later down that line you might run into the lady or the mister that you're meant to be with. But don't rush it. Don't pressure yourself and put yourself in situations where you don't necessarily need to be in if you ain't ready for it. Guys, a major thing that I think people, before getting into a relationship, need to focus on is finances. Let me tell you now, in this season of singleness, I have never been more financially ready in my mind to allocate money towards a certain aspect of my life and another one, and I've started learning budgeting. And I remember being in a relationship before, I was terrible with money, and I'm sorry, but when a girl sees you terrible with money, let me just say, it's not a great indicator that you're gonna be a great provider, you know what I'm saying? So guys, especially, obviously ladies too, get your finances in order. There ain't nothing crazier and madder than a man don't know what he's gonna do with his money, you know what I'm saying? And if he's spending it willy-nilly and doing a whole bunch of madness, bruh, you're probably in for a bad time. So I would say, try to find someone that's got a good sense of their money, because I know from personal experience, being the one with the bad money habits, that it never ends well. You always feel shortchanged, especially the person that you're with always feels shortchanged, that they're not getting enough. And I remember I was just stupid budgeting, stupid with spending, stupid with all sorts of things. So yeah, finance is a super key note to make sure you're okay with whilst you're in your season of singleness. Make sure you get your finances straight. Another one, your relationship with God. Even me, I'm working in it right now. It's not easy to get good with God, you know what I mean? There's so many things that I used to feel comfort in when I was in the world. And now, as I grow up and as I'm aging, I'm realizing, okay, a lot of those things that I used to do when I was younger, I probably don't need to do and probably aren't beneficial to my life. 1 was drinking, 2 was smoking, 3 was the shabang bang, you know what I'm saying? And all of those things, just those 3 things as well, can culminate into some crazy, hectic madness, and I would recommend that you try to stay away as much as you can, you know. And the Bible, it tells us, you know, we have to be of sober mind, you know what I'm saying? And when I'm smoking and when I was drinking, I was out here doing madness. I was out here being crazy. I was out here acting a fool, you know what I'm saying? And then when I'm also doing the shabang bang, yeah, your mind is consumed by lust. And I guess, you know, that's our culture now, that's our world, that's our society. But to turn from that is opposed to that, but also to turn from that shows that you're trying to get closer to God, you're trying to improve in your lifestyle, because the only one you're supposed to meant to be the shabang bang with is your wife or your husband. So yeah, man, I think I really bought into the idea of just going out, thinking that I can just chat up to girl and say, wow, go on babes, you want to come to me house and do funky things. But really, we should be trying to go out there, seek the people that we really need to be with, you know, God's children, and eventually down the line when we are in the right places, in the readiness stages, then we can find that person. And then you are permitted by God to go out and, you know, do what you want with your missus. But that's your missus, there's a commitment there. So I feel like in our season of Singleness, I've had so many great opportunities to reflect and review and renew my mind into better places. And I just say, people, think about where you're going with it. Don't rush it. Relationships ain't easy, and they ain't never gonna be. So take it easy. Ask God for guidance. Ask God for the direction we're going in. It's only Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. So make sure that you're getting it right when you find a wife or a husband. Okay? But anyways, people, thank you for tuning in for the video. Please subscribe. It's your boy LJ Maydam in the building. Let's go.